And a super good morning to you. The time is about 6:30 a.m. Dark outside, and it's a Saturday morning, 28th day of the content challenge. And what I can tell you is that I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, but I think it was yesterday that I hit the 100,000 word mark as far as written content is concerned. So from that point of view, the content challenge is done and dusted. I certainly got way more than 15 videos done. But I'm going to be pushing onwards as far as word count and everything is concerned through until the end of the month. However, the one thing that's bugging me the most has been actually, or two things have been disturbing my sleep. One is this, but more importantly is I've got a best friend that's struggling emotionally at the moment. I've been struggling emotionally as well. And not being able to be the best friend I can possibly be, because one of the things as far as my mental state is concerned is when things start feeling overwhelming, I sort of tend to shut down. And shutting down and isolating is not the best way to help a friend when they are in need. So that's something that I'm deeply sorry about. And the only thing that I can do there is endeavor to be a better friend today, tomorrow, next week, next month. That's all we can ever do. Each day we get up is to be a bit better than what we were the day before. Now, it's time to open up the computer and get working. Speak to you all just a little bit later. And a super good afternoon to you from the village of Lankron, where I am at the moment for about the next 8 minutes before up this 17-degree incline hill, the bus taking me to Granada will be arriving. What can I tell you about this afternoon? Not much actually. Well, before I left, I got a whole bunch of video content edited, and aside from that, the normal 3,000 words of the early morning done. Wanted to print out a couple of things, but the print shop was closed, so I took the time to find a park bench, sit down quietly, and just basically contemplate the current writing project and try and get an idea of how to be able to move forward. Then this afternoon, thanks to a couple of insights provided by my absolute dearest friend, I was able to use this last hour and a half or so to do some self-reflection, internal contemplations that will hopefully help me to grow more as a human being over the course of the next couple of months, and help me to be over and all a better person. How that's going to translate over into content creation, I've got absolutely no idea at the moment, but my guess is if I'm a better human, then I should be able to bring you better content. But that remains to be seen. As you noticed from yesterday's video, the village of Ogevo was having its annual feria this year, which included paella for everybody for lunch yesterday, and that definitely triggered a good few memories for me. Standing in the queue for paella yesterday is something over the last 5-6 years that Catalina was alive, every year at the feria, I'd go up to the town square, collect paella for the both of us, and come back home. Yesterday, I was up at the feria, collecting paella and coming back home, which is all an activity all way too similar to what I was used to doing during all those years when Catalina was alive, and that brought back all sorts of memories. Even at the language school, when a couple of my classmates were asking me if I was planning to go to the feria and do anything special during the feria, my initial answer was no, simply because I didn't want to trigger too many painful memories. And there I went to go and collect paella in the town square, and all of those memories came flooding back again. But anyway, about to be getting onto the bus through to Grenada, and hopefully I can make the remainder of the weekend somewhat more cheerful. But stay tuned to see how that turns out. Speak to you later. Okay, just quickly, and apologies for the extremely bad lighting here in the city of Grenada. This is probably where I'm going to be calling the video for today, and invited to supper in this really interesting looking restaurant. So maybe tomorrow morning I'll be able to give you a little bit of a report back on what that was like. But anyway, my 3,000 words are done, about 9 or 10 videos done, a whole lot of self-reflection, which may become the subject of another video over the course of the coming week. But for now, it's 9:15 on a Saturday evening, sitting down to supper with friends, and so that seems as good a time as any to say Saturday's content production is finished, and I'll see all of you tomorrow morning to crack on and do as much content creation as we possibly can. See you then.